Enemy cannot push the button if you disable his hand. It's famous quote from Starship Troopers. But can you actually do it with a knife throw in real life? Would it make some actual damage? And which technique they used in the movie? We're gonna figure it out all today. So, let's get started. So what actually happened in the movie? So the soldiers are actually practicing the knife throwing, and one of the soldiers had really great question.
Who needs a knife in a nuke fight anyway?
And the sergeant actually stopped everybody. He said the ceasefire. He grabbed the knife and he told to the soldier like, hey, put your hand on the wall. And from about distance 5 or 6 meters, he did perfect military house spin right into his hand. And he came to him and he said, enemy cannot push the button if you're gonna disable his hand. So he made absolutely perfect point why knife throwing would be effective in the combat scenario. So let's talk about which technique they actually used in the movie. And it is military house spin controlled with the thumb. And why the name military? Because this technique is actually taught for the soldiers all around the world. For example, in Russia or North Korea. We're gonna show you some examples, and you can see that soldiers are using this technique. Why? Because it's so easy to learn. For example, if I'm teaching somebody, I always go for this technique, and usually it takes few tries and you can stick it up. So for the soldiers, this is very practical. So like I said, you need stable position. Distance is about 3 or 4 meters from the target. You're gonna aim, pull your arm to the back, and with the movement forward, you're gonna release the knife naturally out of your hand. You are squeezing with your whole hand and also with the thumb, and let it release. Beautiful one. But, as I was saying on the beginning, the sergeant was throwing from longer distance, it seems, about 5 or 6 meters. And for that, you would have to use instinctive military house spin, because this technique you can actually do from multiple distances. So for example, for short distances, I am holding right here on the tip. For the medium distances, I can move my hand about here. And for a really longer one, like a 7 meters or plus, you can grab it by the handle. So in this case, I think 5 or 6 meters, I would grab it somewhere like here. Right? So let's try a few examples. So the short distance, the medium, and longer one. Really no problem like that. So I already warmed up pretty well with the military house spin, and now let's try to actually hit the hand. I think from close distance, about 3 meters, that would be pretty easy actually. But from the 5 or 6, like in the movie, that would be kind of difficult. So let's try first on the 3 meters. I have this mix of the HJ knife, I have the Stinger, Finn, and the Apache. So let's try if there's gonna be some difference. So from 3 meters, I think I can do it really fast. Wow! On the first try, look at that. Exactly not in the middle of the hand, but that would actually totally destroy his finger, absolutely. But let's see if I can hit it more closer to the hand. So that was absolutely on the first try, like in the movie. Wow, look at that. Again, a little bit more like to this finger area, but throw like that with such a heavy knife would absolutely disable the hand. Look at that. Wow! The fin is very heavy, so penetration like that would absolutely destroy your hand. But let's go on the longer distances and let's see if we can still hit it right away. So let's go on the 5 or 6, because I believe this is actually pretty challenging to do it like almost on the first try. So let's try. He flip his knife, pick it from the target, flip it, and do perfect throw on the hand. Do we have a stick? Look at that. First try with no edit. Again, did not hit exactly the hand, right here the middle, but we still sliced the thumb. So that would definitely really hurt. But let's try to hit the hand. Come on guys, check it out. So that actually took me at least 15 tries to hit exactly what I was aiming, like this in the middle of the hand. So this just shows you that from the distance, like they show it in the movie, it's very highly unlikely. From the closer distances are very easy to hit the small targets. That's why they use the circus throwers every time the same distance, about 3 or 2 meters. But from the longer distances, this is actually very tough. So we talk about the accuracy, but what the actual damage would look like with the military house pin. I think the closest to the movie is this Apache model, so let's try it with this one. Distance, I will use the same like in the movie, 5 meters. Come on. So we have penetration through the whole meat, and like here it like a kind of split the bone, and look at that, very deep nasty wound came out of the here. So throw like that would absolutely disable the hand, but only downward, like I said, would be the accuracy from the longer distances. But this time on the meat, I actually did it on the second try. So very devastating and accurate technique. This was so much fun. Let me know guys in the comment section below which movie we should break down next time. And if you want to support the channel, there's going to be a link for these aged knives. But for today, that's it. So thank you buddy for watching, share, like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time.